Is it safe?
No.
Okay.
Wait, come back.
How about now?
Send Juno for help.
Okay. Juno, go get help. Or go get chicken. Go do something. Okay,
Did
fine.
Chris fall into the well?
Hi, honey. How are
Hi.
you? It's Monday. It's 8 o'clock. And if it's Monday at 8 o'clock, it's Mighty Monkeys Nerd World News. And I am your host, some guy over there. Anyway, with me as always, my surly human sidekicks and Tanya and James. They're over there on the side. It's great to see everybody tonight. I hope you're all doing very, very, very well. Doctor Who at 55 years and beyond says, hello, FC3. Well, you know what? FC3, MMC, it's basically interchangeable at this day and age, I've noticed. We, just a quick announcement, are going to be Dan-less for the next few weeks. He is doing his duty as dad. He's keeping an eye on the young misters who are playing some soccer in this season. So while the boys are playing, he will be keeping an eye on that. So therefore, he will not be keeping an eye on us. More the pity. Sean Stocking's on board. John Perringau's on board. Good to see you guys. Peter is on board. Hi all to you as well. Right off the bat, let's talk about the big trailer that hit today. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, Venom 2 reveals first look at Woody Harrelson's Carnage. Sony released Venom Let There Be Carnage movie trailer. Officially announced in January of 2019, Venom 2 will see the return of Tom Hardy as Eddie Brock, a down-on-his-luck reporter who's fused with an alien symbiote, giving him superhuman powers. After being introduced in the Venom post-credit scene, Cletus Cassidy, a.k.a. Woody Harrelson, a.k.a. Carnage, is expected to be the main villain of the sequel. Venom Let There Be Carnage also sees the return of Michelle Williams as Eddie's ex-girlfriend, Anne Wang, and Reed Scott as Dan Lewis, Anne's new boyfriend. Joining the franchise is Naomi Harris playing Shriek, who is Carnage's love interest in the Marvel Comics. Though Ruben Fleischer directed Venom, Andy Serkis was recruited to helm Venom Let There Be Carnage, with Kelly Marcel taking over sole scripting duties after co-writing the first film with Jeff Pinker and Scott Rosenberg. Initially planned for an October of 2020 release, Venom Let There Be Carnage release dates were delayed a year to 2021 due to the pandemic and is currently slated to hit theaters FC3 weekend, September 24th, 2021. Now, the studio has unveiled the very first footage from the upcoming sequel. You can find it. It's out there. Check it out. It is, as you would expect, properly badass. So with that being said, we're going to wander over here to the comments board one more time. James Bourne's on board. Sean's going, yes, chills over for Venom. And Doctor Who at 55 years and beyond, the gang says that trailer was symbiotic. That's very clever. We're going to go ahead and go. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. This is the time, this is the place, this is where we start wandering off over to a small dance studio on the east side of the city where we have two lovely ladies hanging out waiting for us to talk about comic books. It's the Comic Chicks. It's Tanya and Ann. Ladies, take it away.
Do you want us to start dancing?
You can if you want.
Can you hear my tap shoes?
I can definitely hear. The entire world can hear your tap shoes right now.
Okay.
The entire world.
Well, you know, internet is global.
Watching us.
Okay, so we're going to start tonight with Wonder Woman 772. You know, I have a little thing for Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman may have outsmarted the beasts of Asgard for now, but nothing has prepared her for what's to come. Diana's darkest self has emerged as a new opponent, and she will need help from an unexpected ally whose connection to thunder has inspired many a tale. Thor. Ooh. Can this god and demigoddess duo find out what has disturbed the balance of things? Or are they doomed to leave everything, including their lives, on the battlefield? Find out as the Norse narrative continues. And in the back-up story taking place during the young hero days of our hero, Diana must dive deep into the depths of Theramaskeia oceans to learn more about the mysterious manuscripts left to her. Little does she know what lies beneath has many teeth and is dying to meet her. Beware the mighty Megalodon's Megalodons.
Megalodons.
I can't remember what to say.
Yeah.
And their appetites.
Yeah.
Did I just say megalodon? Okay, move on. We're PG.
Justice League Last Ride #1. I tell you, it's driving me nuts. Once the most powerful group in the world, the Justice League was destroyed by tragedy and time, disbanding under a veil of mistrust and anger. Now, on the eve of the universe's greatest murder trial, the League must come together one last time. But can Superman and Batman bury the past before the cosmos' greatest villains bury them? Learn the shocking truth in this new digital first adventure by writer Chip Zdarsky and artist Miguel Mendonca? Michael M. Miguel M. That's what I'm going to do.
X-Corp's #1. Krakoa is for closers, Marvel. The deals have been made. Mutant kind is safe on Krakoa. As the reign of X continues, what are the wants of the mutants who have everything, leading to the change of X corporations headed by CXOs Monet St. Croix and Waring Worthington, as the duo is cutthroat and ruthless in the boardroom as they are in the battlefield. But X Corp needs more than just its figureheads. As Monet sets out the staff, their team, with some of the brightest and most deviant minds in mutant kind. Warren finds himself in a tense confrontation with one of Krakoa's first allies, who wants to know the truth. On Angel's wings, will X Corp crash or soar?
Ooh. Okay, and this one is for Elizabeth Rice specifically. I pulled a Doctor Who one. This is Doctor Who Missy #2 from Titan Books. Celebrate the 50th anniversary of The Master with a unique graphic novel starring fan favorite Missy.
#1 was really good.
Missy's up to her old tricks, but this time she's not alone. How will the Doctor survive this maniacal plot in the special story celebrating the 50th anniversary of The Master? Features the 3rd and 12th Doctor battling their iconic nemesis. Keep your eyes out for the other Time Lords. Ooh. So Comic Chicks will be opening comics on Wednesday. And
The new and improved dining room.
Yes, it's a dining room. So other than that, we're going to throw it back to you, Christopher.
Yay! I caught you.
So we are going to say goodbye, and we'll talk to everybody on Wednesday.
Bye.
Sounds good. Tap happy, ladies. Be safe. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Love you both. All right, I'm going to jump over to the comment section because these guys are chatting away. Bill asks, so what do you think of V'ger coming back for Star Trek Discovery? Bill, it's a theory, Bill. It's nothing but theory right now, so I'm not commenting on it. I haven't seen a single thing saying that's exactly what the plot is. It's just people kind of doing their armchair quarterbacking. I agree with the gang at Doctor Who 55 years and beyond. It's no originality, but if they can create a decent plot line around it, it's a possibility. But I really don't think it's anything more than a theory right now, and it's people just wanting to be relevant. I don't think that's what the exact villain is going to be right now. Any news on BMI Doctor Who figures yet? Nope. You know as much as we do on that one. And like the guys said, probably get news closer to November. I agree with that completely. Batman John is on board. He says, hi, guys. We say hi, Batman John. It's good to see you, mate. Hope all is well at your end of the world. Look, kids, you know the show. And several of you watch it on a fairly regular basis. So you know what's going to happen next. We're going to talk about patreon.com. And that is where you can support us. We have several sponsorship levels. We would love for you to join us on board and help us do more, spread the word more, and be a little bit better at what we do. Weekly basis, you will find young Mr. James Irish right here to my side. I don't know if it's left or right. I can never tell these days. I get bad at that. But James will provide you a free gaming blog every Tuesday on the Patreon blog. James, my dear friend, what do you got in store for us this week?
Well, on the Patreon blog tomorrow, if you were in arcades in 1992, I could say this infamous voice clip and probably evoke some very vivid memories.
Here we go.
X-Men, welcome to die! Yes, it's Konami's behemoth 2-screen 6-player brawler released just in time for the arrival of the cartoon on Fox during the height of the popularity of the comics. Except the game looked 5 years out of date compared to said comics and cartoon. How did this come to be? we'll dig for answers in the next installment of Arcade Alley. On Thursday, meanwhile, Chrissy and I, we're going to segue over to some podcast previews. Chrissy and I are joined once again by Pembroke W. Corgi to discuss video game myths, urban legends, and even a couple creepy stories. What does El is Real 2401 mean on that plaque in Super Mario 64? What was the origin of the Polybius arcade game rumors? Could you actually beat Sheng Long to stand a chance in Street Fighter 2? Okay, yeah, a lot of these have been definitively answered by now, but this is a fun little retrospective on the history of the peculiar rumors surrounding the gaming world. Then on Friday, Pembroke and I are joined by the handsome fellow who hosts this very broadcast. Christopher Frank beams aboard to talk about Filmation's animated continuation of the original Star Trek. And oh boy, there was some behind-the-scenes drama to delve into with this show. Between having to use a different theme song thanks to Gene Roddenberry's meddling, to Leonard Nimoy putting his foot down on behalf of his co-stars, we talk about all that and 2 memorable episodes of the show, including the one that earned Star Trek its first ever Emmy Award. So come check out the Pemmy and James kinda, sorta, hopefully funny cartoon podcast at the end of the week. Chris, back to you.
Beautiful. As always, James, thank you very much. And I'm not sure about the handsome part, but I appreciate the compliment nonetheless. All right, friends. So moving on here, we're going to jump back onto the storyboard. And what do I have up next? We have Black Widow posters reveal detailed looks at Taskmaster and Red Guardian costumes. New character posters for Black Widow has given a detailed look at the entire cast, including up-close shots of both Taskmaster and Red Guardian. Natasha Romanoff is finally set to get her solo debut feature this summer after over a decade of appearing in other MCU films. Black Widow takes place in between Captain America Civil War and Avengers Endgame, with Natasha on the run after Marvel's heroes have been divided up into factions. When her past catches up to her, Natasha will have to join forces with her chosen family to take on Taskmaster, the person now in control of the Red Room. Starring along Scarlett Johansson are David Harbour, Rachel Weisz, Florence Pugh, and O.T. Fagbenle. I have no idea how to pronounce that name, and I apologize for O.T. But the mystery remains as to who is behind Taskmaster's mask. Harbour, Weisz, and Pugh are all figures from Natasha's past that form a makeshift family, with Weisz and Pugh characters Melina Vostokov and Yelena Belova both trained in the aforementioned Red Room, while Harbour's Alexei Shostakov, a.k.a. Red Guardian, was Russia's answer to Captain America. Details have slowly trickled out of the film, but as Black Widow's release date approaches, Marvel is giving fans a closer look at the cast of characters. That date is coming up fast, and it will be available in the theaters and I believe on streaming service at the same time. If we find out different, we will absolutely let you guys know ahead of time. So that's that in that regard, and we're going to round off the day with Dave Bautista has now been cast in Knives Out 2 at Netflix. Ooh. The highly anticipated sequel to Rian Johnson's hit whodunit Knives Out has finally found Daniel Craig his first new co-star. The new Knives Out, which will be released exclusively on Netflix, will feature Craig's Benoit Blanc, solving an entirely new mystery with a totally new cast of characters. With filming set for this summer in Greece, and we're not talking about the suburb of Rochester, New York, pre-production is ramping up and the cast is being assembled. The first name to join the list is none other than Guardians of the Galaxy and Army of the Dead star Dave Bautista. According to Deadline, the WWE superstar turned Hollywood A-lister will have a major role in the still untitled Knives Out sequel, where he will star alongside the aforementioned Craig. Details regarding the plot, as well as Bautista's character, are being kept under wraps. This will be a bit of a reunion for Bautista and Craig, regardless of what the former's role is in the film. Bautista appeared as a villain in Spectre, Craig's fourth James Bond movie. Ever since breaking out in Guardians of the Galaxy in 2014, Bautista has quickly become one of Hollywood's most recognizable action stars, appearing in several different franchises over the years. In addition to appearing in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and James Bond series, Bautista had a role in Blade Runner 2049 and will appear in the upcoming Dune reboot from director Denis Villeneuve. Bautista has also been made starring turn of his own with the delightful My Spy and Zack Snyder's Army of the Dead. Now, there's no telling what Knives Out 2 will be about, but we at least know when it's arriving, where it will be released, and when it will definitely have that it definitely will have a sequel. Earlier this year, Netflix made a massive deal with Rian Johnson and Ram Bergman to acquire the rights and release not one, but 2 Knives Out sequels. The streaming service reportedly shelled out more than $400 million for the new hit franchise. Knives Out 2 will start filming this summer with a planned 2022 bow on Netflix. Are you excited for the upcoming Knives Out sequels? What do you think about the new addition to the cast? Let us know in the comments. And we're going to go ahead and close that window up because guess what? The stories are done. It's time to say happy birthday to some folks. Before we do that, let's jump back over to the comments section. Let's see. They're saying it's Dan behind the mask for Taskmaster. Dan is even on the FC3 list. I'm everywhere. David B. was excellent in a film called Bushwick. I do remember that. And the deal with Netflix was indeed colossal. All right, it's birthday time, kids. So let's say happy birthday today, May 10th, this Monday, to Kenan Thompson, actress Halston Sage, and none other than U2's frontman, Bono. Tomorrow, we'll be saying happy birthday to singer Sabrina Carpenter, quarterback Cam Newton, and actress Madison Lintz. You may remember that last name. You met her sister and her brother at the very first FC3. Mackenzie and Matthew were on board as guests. On Wednesday the 12th, Tony Hawk, Rami Malek, Emilio Estevez, and Emily Van Camp celebrate one more trip around the sun. And on Thursday, the 13th, they are joined by actress Debbie Ryan, Robert Pattinson, Stephen Colbert, and the legend Stevie Wonder. On 14th, Friday the 14th, we say happy birthday to George Lucas. End of list. There needs to be nobody else. And this weekend, we say happy birthday on Saturday the 15th to tennis player Andy Murray and Football Hall of Famer Emmitt Smith. Rounding off this week of birthdays, the 16th on Sunday, Thomas Brody Sangster, Pierce Brosnan, and the irrepressible machete himself, Danny Trejo. If it's your birthday this week, my friends, I hope you have a great one. I hope you get a chance to spend it with family and friends. For Dan, who is missing, my friend and my brother Dan is missing, but he is in our hearts nonetheless. For James, for Tanya, for Ann, and for the entire Mighty Monkey crew, we wish you guys have a great week. Have a safe week, and we will talk to you again next week.
Good night, everybody.